This is SoccerholicsTV and welcome to the final two games of the regular season, both of which have major silverware at stake. Next week we'll be covering the Champions League final between Real Madrid and Liverpool, but first up is today's FA Cup final featuring Chelsea and Manchester United at Wembley Stadium. Now the Blues will be desperate to end their season on a high note, especially as they failed to qualify for next season's Champions League by finishing in a disappointing 6th place. Meanwhile, the Red Devils will be playing in Europe next season, but would love to end their final fixture with a trophy. We're inside the Firkin on Bloor Street, which is the official home of Manchester United supporters here in the city of Toronto. So let's get to it, shall we? Stay tuned for all the action as it happens, plus comments from the fans on how they would sum up their team's season right here on SoccerholicsTV. Alright, so I'm here with Vin and Kassan about 40 minutes before kickoff. Wembley Stadium, FA Cup final, Manchester United against Chelsea. How are you feeling, Vin, going into this one?
Well, it's a must-win game for us right now, you know, and I'm feeling great. We're gonna win this.
Yeah.
There's no way we're losing this game, right?
Why are you feeling so confident?
Well, because it's United. We're the best team in the world. I don't care. We're winning this.
Kassan, how would you sum up your team's season for 2017-18?
Average. It's good to build up. It was good to have like a new team, to have a new blood in the team. It's getting organized again. But without the FA Cup today, I think it's a blank season.
So I managed to find a loyal fan from Manchester. His name's Julian, and he's here with his wife Alka. Julian, just tell us a bit about yourself and how long you've been supporting Man United.
All my life. Went to my first Manchester United game when I was 6. I think it was Blackpool. I've been to FA Cup finals at Wembley. I think my first FA Cup final was 1977 when we won that game, beat Liverpool. I've been a true Red all my life. Love it. Born and bred from Manchester, but now reside in Toronto, Canada.
Did you become a Man United fan when you met your husband, or were you before?
When I met him, I became a fan.
Okay.
But now I'm more into it than he is a little bit sometimes. And so I tell him.
She had it in her vows. I made her put it in her vows.
You didn't make it.
Yeah,
You put it in my vows. I put it in my vows myself that I would promise that I would wake up in the morning to watch a Manchester United game, even if I was wanting to sleep instead.
So I'm here with Barry. He is we found another Manchester United supporter, but you're also from Manchester. Barry, how long have you been in Toronto?
54 years.
It's a long time, mate. Long time. And how long have you been supporting the Red Devils?
Let me see now, 72 years.
19-point gap between you and Manchester City. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan, but obviously I was blown away, and I'm sure you'll give the team credit too. Manchester City are just unstoppable. They're phenomenal.
They're different, right? But I do think that's kind of a one-time thing, right? People just overwhelmed at the style of play. Give them all due credit. They played very well. Gonna give you that. But we've seen that you can beat that City team. United done it. Liverpool done it twice. It's just a matter of going at them. Don't fear them. Just go at them. And I think next season is going to be different. City going to lose some points. And if United can't stop losing City points and capitalize against those small teams, I think we got it next season.
All right, what's up, Soccerholics? It's the FA Cup final. It's Harry. All right, I'm talking to Daniel and Real. All right, Daniel, let me just get a basic score prediction for the game today.
It's just going to be a solid 2-0 victory for United.
I think I'm going to go with Daniel, 2-0.
You know what? I'm hoping one of my boys, Valencia, does one of his another whappers. First goal, and I'm hoping Sanchez for a second.
We'll beat them all, man. We'll beat them all, man.
Teams 1-0 down, FA Cup final against Chelsea. I don't know if you agree with me, but that was a really, really boring first half for both sides. What's your take on it?
I was telling my friends that Phil Jones is either a dominant or a disaster. Like, the guy can be great one day, the next day he's just a liability, right? But United dominated most of the first half, and I say that the only chance Chelsea had was that shot that Hazard put away the penalty. That was the only shot he had. Other than that, United have been very stagnant up front. Marcus Rashford needs to take on more defenders, and I think in the second half we may see a change of maybe Lingard or Rashford coming off, and either Lukaku coming on to provide an aerial presence, or Martial, because we have nobody on the wings to take on any of the Chelsea defenders, and Martial is that one guy that's going to do that.
So I'm here with Diane, half-time. Diane, it's 1-0 to the Blues of Chelsea at the FA Cup final. You're all decked out in your Man United gear and a British flag. Tell me about what's going on.
Well, this morning we went to the Princess of Wales to view the royal wedding, and now we're here at the Firkin on Bloor to see the Manchester United win the game. Go Reds! Yay!
Are you happy about your team's performance in the first half?
No.
So I'm here with Ren. She's 8 years of age. Ren, first of all, how long have you been a supporter of Manchester United?
5 years.
5 years. Wow, that's a long time. Who's your favourite player?
I like De Gea.
De Gea, the goalkeeper. Okay, cool. So looking at the FA Cup final today, Ren, are you disappointed with your team's performance in the first half, as many of the people here?
I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, why?
Well, because I know they can play better, and I hope they'll do better in the second half, though.
I found myself with a very tall gentleman. You're tall. Mitch, how are you, Mitch? Nice to meet you too. Your thoughts on the first half FA Cup final?
We haven't played the way we should. We need to be a bit more aggressive. We need to pick up more pace and take our opportunities and get the shots in.
Michael Carrick played his last game for the club. What's your memories of him, and how much will you miss him as a fan?
I think the same way that fans miss all of the older players. We have memories, good memories of the allegiance that they have to the club. The supporters are backing them. So we look at the good times. And we thank them for their service.
Are there any players that you'd like to see brought in for next season, and why? Which ones would you like to see come play at the club?
So there have been rumors that Martial has been going. I don't think so. He should take this movement. And apart from that, I'm pretty much happy with the squad. We don't need any players, and I would say yes, maybe we can improve on the defense right now.
Let's talk about that penalty shout. It's on playing on the TV right now. Should De Gea should have maybe come out, no, for that, to shorten down the angle? Because otherwise, and then if you're looking at it, he's still on the pitch as well. He got a yellow. A lot of people think he should have got a red card.
I think it was a red because at the end of the day, Phil Jones was the last guy defending, but Eden Hazard played it smart. Eden Hazard shielded himself. That's one thing you learn from football. You put yourself between the opposition and the ball. And Hazard did that smartly, and it was a penalty. Was it a red card? Definitely.
All right, mate. Well, good luck second half. All right, Harry. 90 minutes at the end. 1-0 to Chelsea. FA Cup final. It was a goal from the first half. Everyone here at the Firkin is really disappointed, and I can tell by looking at your face, you're disappointed too. So let me just hear your take on it, on the game.
Yeah, okay, so the first half was pretty bad. United deserved to be down. That was a fair challenge. Phil Jones, it was a fair call. Phil Jones definitely took him out there. So it was a penalty, and Hazard scored. But it's okay, so it's early in the game. You're thinking United can maybe come back, maybe mount an attack. They can't. And, by the second half, United just took the game to Chelsea. It was all United. We were leading on corners, we were leading on shots, we were leading on possession in the second half. It was one of those games, I guess they just didn't want United to have it. United didn't come out to play, I don't think, in the first half. We were fairly down a goal. That made sense. But by the second half, it was time to go. It's time to score some goals. We just couldn't. I don't think we got the calls. I don't think we necessarily had the best finishing play. We made some bad choices, and we lost. It is what it is. It's football. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, and Chelsea wins. So whatever. It's unfortunate.
From my point of view, I just saw. I was watching the same game, and I just saw what a boring game this is. This is the FA Cup final at Wembley Stadium. Both teams didn't really want to see to go at it. They didn't really want to seem to attack. There wasn't many chances. The goal stood from the first half in the 20th minute, and now we're at the 90th minute and it's still 1-0. I personally thought it was a very boring game of football, and it shouldn't have been like that. But again and again, we follow these games here at SoccerholicsTV, where you've got all these great players on the pitch, and yet they just can't produce. And it's so frustrating as a fan and as someone that likes to commentate on this. These players get paid a shitload of money to play this game, and they're not playing the game that they're getting paid to do. And looking at this, there wasn't many chances. I mean, Chelsea just stood back. It was all Man United in the second half, like you said, but Man United didn't really have any great chances. It wasn't like, oh my God, a great save like this and a great shot from him. I just thought it was boring. I mean...
No, I know, okay. I mean, it was a boring game, but I will say, we do have to just... I mean, the amount of fans that showed up today at the Firkin was unbelievable. I mean, the upper part here was full of United fans, and the bottom was full of United fans too. I mean, it was a boring game. I feel like they let the fans down. They let everybody down. It was a boring game, but I mean, we had a great turnout for the FA Cup final. I mean, at the end of the day, if there's one thing United can take away, it's that at the Firkin today, there was mad support for the lads, and you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, like I said before, but it was boring. It was boring, and I hate to say it, but the more and more times that this happens with United, Mourinho setting out a team that just does not play attacking football, doesn't play the United of Fergie. You know, hope you get well soon, Ferg. But I'm telling you, I mean, the quality of play is different. The style of play is different. United need to come out and attack. When we really want to, we can beat Chelsea, as we did. We can beat City when we did. You know, we can beat all these big clubs if we really go at it and attack. But how big are the balls? Troy Deeney would say, you know, you got to have big balls to play a big game like this, and we didn't come out with them. So it is what it is. Too bad, but we have to give a shout out to the Firkin. They put out a huge crowd.
Oh, massive! Yeah, congrats to Man United Supporters Club of Toronto, Canada, coming out here, giving their support for their fans. For myself, Ben, Harry, thanks for watching. We will see you next week at Scallywags for what will be the biggest showpiece final match in the world. The whole world will be watching, talking Champions League final, Real Madrid, Liverpool. Big game. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. So stay tuned for that. But we'll see you next time right here on SoccerholicsTV.